Hey everyone, so I am here at Heritage Park in Ankeny, Iowa, and I have another Tales from the Tour. Well, a tale from the tour, I should say. This is about something that happened yesterday, but to explain the significance, I got to go back to 1992. As I've expressed many times, if you're new to the sport used to be a little bit weirder, a little bit more interesting back in the old days, a little bit Wild West. And in 1992, I traveled to national doubles with my partner Leonard Muse to Round Rock, Texas, to Old Settlers Park. And the first round, we were on the card with a couple of pros from Kansas by the names Bart and Harvey. Now, if you live in the Midwest, you probably know the names Bart and Harvey because they ran a tournament called Octoberfriz. Now, Octoberfriz was one of the early festival-like tournaments in the sport. Bart and Harvey were two of the pioneers for this type of event, with camping and all these things on site. And they had 36 holes, all of them temporary baskets. Everybody brought their own baskets in, so the baskets some of them were completely homemade with rubber hoses instead of chains or whatever. I mean, it was wild. But the tournament, what was significant about it was the spirit of the event. At that tournament, first place in the open division, I believe, paid about $250, which actually was really good money for first place at a tournament back in 1992. But if you won the award for most fun, you actually got about $2,000 worth of stuff. I mean, you got a couple airline tickets to travel to tournaments. You got a big hefty bag full of golf discs. You got a blender, a toaster, a credenza, an artichoke. They loaded you up. But that was to win the most fun award. Now, to win the most fun award at Octoberfriz, any number of things had to occur. I know that public nudity wasn't uncommon, even on the golf course. This was a PDGA tournament, I should mention that. Public nudity happened on the course. The year in 1992, I was there. A player at the tournament director's house where we were staying, who was also staying there, ate some moths and then passed out on Harvey's living room couch, and in the middle of the night stumbled out to the front yard to go to the bathroom. I'm not sure why he went out front, but he went out front to go to the bathroom and somehow managed to stumble into Harvey's next door neighbor's house and passed out on their couch. Harvey had never met this neighbor. The neighbor actually had just moved in fact, woke up and found a disc golfer half naked on his couch. Anyways, that was Clint McClellan, if anyone's wondering. Clint won most fun that year. So anyways, this is Bart and Harvey, right? These guys are awesome, and we got on their card the first round at National Doubles, and Old Settlers Park winds around this lake. And when we got out there, we were told if your disc goes in the lake, don't go in and get your disc because there's water moccasins in the lake. They're poisonous. They will bite you and they will kill you. Now, I'm from LA, so the only thing out there to be afraid of is maybe rattlesnakes, but they let you know when they're coming. They don't sneak up to you in the water and bite you on the ankle and murder you. So I was kind of freaked out, so I wasn't going anywhere near the water. Well, on hole 2, if you know the course, there's a real simple little hyzer shot. It's one of the few, must birdie holes out there, and water's not really in play unless you choose for some reason to throw over the water and crash a line of trees with no discernible window to the hole. And well, that's what Bart and Harvey decided they were going to do. They were just going to throw over the water, and so they both throw these goofy shots over the water. Both crash the trees, both go into the water, and I remember thinking, well, they're not getting those discs back, not in this lake, that's for sure. At which point, they both picked up their bags, walked straight to the lake, and then walked straight into the water. Shoes, socks, shorts, shirts on, golf bags on their shoulders, and they got into the water deep enough so that their golf bags were completely submerged in water as they were hunting for their discs shoulder deep in a lake filled with deadly water moccasins. And it's just one of the cool memories I have, and it's also just some of the stuff that might happen at a national championships in 1992 that may not happen in 2016. So that takes us to yesterday. So we're driving up I-35. I'm heading up to Am Worlds from Texas, and a car passes us, and I look over and I see a bunch of disc golf stickers on the window. So I get the person's attention and I wave like a disc golf nerd and show him my disc. Hi, I'm a disc golfer too, typical disc golf nerd. And about 30 seconds later, I get a message on my Facebook page. Hey, Stokely, is that you? Are you on I-35 right now? And I'm like, yeah, I look down at the name and it's Bart. So 24 years later, I bump into Bart on I-35, randomly driving down the highway, and I don't know, I just found that really interesting, and one of the cool things about being on tour and about knowing people, knowing thousands and thousands of people all over the world and all over the country, and being on the road, that type of thing happens. And I don't know, just a disc golf story that I found interesting, and I accidentally showed up 2 hours early to the event, so I got time to kill, so I thought I'd share a story. Anyways, good morning, good luck to everybody today at the event you're playing. Bye.